If you've been on a GLP-1 medication for months and the results are not what you expected, I want you to hear something important. You are not doing it wrong. The medication wasn't fully designed with your body in mind. The clinical trials that set the expectations of these medications, the weight loss numbers, the dose schedules, the side effect profiles, the perimenopausal woman with her changing hormones, her rising stress hormone, her disrupted sleep, her shifting metabolism, she was largely left out. That is what this series is about. Your body, your hormones, your GLP-1 journey. Welcome to Off Label with Fallon G, the NP. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new, welcome back. I'm Fallon, a dual board certified nurse practitioner, and I'm on my own GLP-1 journey with Mounjaro, and I prescribe these medications. So I sit on both sides of this conversation. I know what the clinical research says, and I know exactly what it feels like in a midlife body. Both perspectives show up in this series because they are not always the same thing. This is the Perimenopause GLP-1 Playbook. 12 weeks, 24 episodes, everything your provider didn't have time to tell you. The content in this video is for educational purposes only and does not constitute medical advice. I am not your provider. Please speak with your own healthcare provider before you make any changes to your health plan, your medications, or your exercise regimen. Let's get into it. Here's the most important thing I want you to understand from this episode. The big GLP-1 trials, the ones that produce the big numbers that you've heard, mostly studied women who were fully post-menopause. Their hormones had leveled out and they were past that chaotic, fluctuating stage. That phase is perimenopause, and it's where most of us are. Perimenopause is not just about hot flashes. It is a full metabolic shift. Your estrogen is going up and down, your insulin sensitivity is changing, your body is storing fat differently, your sleep is being disrupted, your stress hormone cortisol is often elevated. All of these things affect how well a GLP-1 medication can work. So when the scale doesn't move the way the brochure told you it would, you are not broken. The research just didn't fully account for where you are. Think of it this way. A medication tested mostly in a different body type will work differently than yours. Not worse, just differently. And once you understand why, you can actually do something about it. Let me walk you through what's actually happening in your body during perimenopause. 4 things, and all of them can affect your GLP-1 results. Number 1, your estrogen drops and fat moves. Estrogen helps your body store fat in your hips and your thighs. When estrogen drops, fat starts to move to your belly and surround your organs. This kind of fat is called visceral fat. It is harder to lose, and it's more harmful to your health than just regular subcutaneous fat. Number 2 is that your body becomes more resistant to insulin. Insulin is the hormone that helps your cells use sugar for energy. In perimenopause, your cells stop responding to insulin the way they used to. This means your blood sugar is less stable, and it also means now your body is more likely to store fat in your abdomen and create more visceral fat. The third thing that happens is you start to lose muscle. You're losing muscle faster. Estrogen helps to maintain your muscle mass. When that drops, your muscle loss speeds up. Less muscle means that your body burns less calories at rest. This is what makes it easier to gain weight and harder to lose it. And the 4th thing that happens is that your sleep is disrupted and your stress hormones increase. Night sweats and hormonal changes can interrupt your sleep. Poor sleep then raises your cortisol level, which is your stress hormone. And then high cortisol levels tells your body to store fat and to make insulin resistance worse. This is a cycle that starts to compound everything else. When we see a patient on a GLP-1 medication that's doing everything right and the scale still isn't budging, this is where we need to start. These 4 factors. Each of them can put a ceiling on what the medication can actually do. Each of them can be addressed, not by changing the dose, but by understanding the full picture. This series is the full picture. GLP-1 medications are powerful tools. They reduce appetite, they lower your blood sugar, they help the body use insulin better. They directly target some of the things that perimenopause makes worse, but they are working inside a body that perimenopause has changed, and that matters. Here's a simple way to think about it. The GLP-1 medication is pushing your body in one direction, and perimenopause is pushing your body in another direction. The medication can still win, and does for many women, but you need to understand the pushback, because once you understand it, you can reduce it. When I started Mounjaro, clinically I knew these things. I knew the mechanisms, I read the research, and I still found myself wondering why I wasn't losing as fast as I had seen and heard people lose before, and as I had read in the trials. But when I looked at my own picture, my estrogen levels, my sleep quality, my metabolic picture, I found the answer. The medication was working, but there were other factors working against me. Once I started addressing those specifically, the picture started to change. And that is what I want for every woman watching this series. Here's what the next 23 episodes will cover. We go deep on the hormone metabolism connection. We look at your labs, the ones your provider probably hasn't even run. We're going to talk about muscle, sleep, food noise, and what happens to your relationship with food when the noise goes quiet. We're going to talk about hormone replacement therapy and about identity shifts that no one prepares you for. And we'll talk about how to build a long-term plan that actually fits your life and your needs. 2 episodes a week on Sundays and Thursdays. I want you to subscribe so you don't miss one. Drop a comment below and tell me which of the 4 perimenopausal factors are hitting you right now. Is it the insulin resistance, the belly fat shift, the muscle loss, or the sleep and cortisol peak? I want to know where you are in your perimenopause journey. And this will shape how I address these things in future episodes. Thank you for watching. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one.